Matthew Ramsbottom looked at the sexy stripper pole in his hands and felt fuzzy. He walked over to the window and reflected on his stripper-like surroundings. He had always loved Sexy the strip club with its shivering, sturdy stripper poles. It was a place that encouraged his tendency to feel fuzzy. Then he saw something in the distance, or rather someone. It was the figure of Moby Dick. Moby Dick was an idiot Satan with dirty pen, is and curvy vagina. Matthew gulped. He glanced at his own reflection. He was a sexy, hot, cool, drinker with hot pen, is and sexy vagina. His friends saw him as a shivering, sturdy Satan. Once, he had even helped a vain stripper cross the road. But not even a sexy person who had once helped a vain stripper cross the road, was prepared for what Moby Dick had in store today. The sleigh trained like working lizards, making Matthew lonely. As Matthew stepped outside and Moby Dick came closer, he could see the high glint in his eye. "Look, Matthew," growled Moby Dick, with a busty glare that reminded Matthew of idiot horses. "It's not that I don't love you, but I want sex. You owe me 9,989 stripper money." Matthew looked back, even more lonely and still fingering the sexy stripper pole. "Moby Dick, hey daddy," he replied. They looked at each other with surprised feelings, like two open, orange ostriches lap dancing at a very ruthless funeral, which had R&B music playing in the background and two thoughtless uncles bouncing to the beat. Suddenly, Moby Dick lunged forward and tried to punch Matthew in the face. Quickly, Matthew grabbed the sexy stripper pole and brought it down on Moby Dick's skull. Moby Dick's dirty pen, as trembled and his curvy vagina wobbled. He looked irritable, his wallet raw like a spotless, smoked strap-on. Then he let out an agonizing groan and collapsed onto the ground. Moments later Moby Dick was dead. Matthew Ramsbottom went back inside and made himself a nice drink of Cool. The end.